Apocalypse. Today I'm just going over how I set up my spiritual journal for the year, which is extremely late since, you know, it's already May, and actually today is May 30th. Today is my YouTube channel anniversary. Let me do a quick calculation. It is 18 years old. So that's pretty crazy, I think. So that's, yeah. I had thought about doing like a watch my first videos and react to them kind of thing, but they're not even up anymore. I unlisted them, so I don't know. It's kind of dumb. So anyway, back to the video. I am currently cutting down some monthly calendars from the Chani Astro Planner for 2024, and I printed them on Tomoe River paper, so they're very thin. I decided to move from the Zen paper studio notebook from 𝖙𝖎𝖊𝖓𝖙 that I used last year, and I'm going to be using the Sterling Ink Common Planner, which is undated, and I think this was like the 2022 version or 2023. I guess it launched in 2022. It was like the last thing that I bought before my no-buy-year in 2023. But basically it's undated. It's similar to the Hobonichi Cousin, only the daily pages are just blank grid pages. So I'm just pasting these calendars over the blank monthly calendars, and because I feel like it, because I have this in my stash and I feel fine about, you know, just basically taping over literally everything. I think part of the reason that I was hesitant to even use it is A, because perfectionism, and B, I wasn't sure how much space I would need at the end of the book. But since I didn't use the entire notebook last year, I thought that since we're pretty much halfway through the year now anyway, it's not gonna matter. So that's why we're here. And then those are the weeklies. I'm gonna be just writing down the Chani horoscope for Capricorn rising on the weeklies, if it will fit. And currently I am just making a 2-page index because the 3 or 4 page index from last year was a little too much. I do go through all of this stuff again at the end of the video, but I can't remember. I recorded this so long ago now that I can't remember what I said. I recorded this, I think, in early May, and we're all the way at the end of the month now. So yeah, I'm currently pasting in the workbook pages from 𝖒𝖊𝖓𝖓𝖙's Witchy Self-Care Planner. I get this every year. I don't necessarily always fill it out because I'm not good at self-care. We're trying to change that this year, even though we're already halfway through the year. Change is not on a deadline, shall we say, perhaps, maybe, hopefully. But yeah, I love these things. They're bright and colorful and cute. She's got little animal illustrations for the monthlies. It is a year-long planner as well as like the workbook in the front. My video kind of stuttered for a second, so I couldn't tell what was happening. So here, the wheel of the year and, like, you know, what do you want to do? Like a yearly overview. I think I'm pasting those in like an extra calendar or something like that. I can't remember at this point, but there's also the letter to your future self and like intentions or wishes for the year. So I kept those kind of year overview things in a separate spot just so I'm not bulking up concentrated areas, I guess. So this is the monthly section. I'm just going to be using tip-ins for Self-Love Rainbow's like dashboard type things for every month. I also noticed that in Chani's Astro Planner for 2024, she added like a tarot draw spread and journal prompts for the beginning of the month. So I'm including those because I do have the printable, and that's great. I might do a review on the Chani Astro Planner for this year, since I did do it the first year she launched it. There are changes that happened. I like the changes. Let me know if you are interested in seeing that. I might do that. I'm not really sure. Yeah, so I'm tipping in stuff. So to do that, I take a card and I wrap a piece of tape around it with the sticky side out, and I just wedge it inside the crease of the book, and just wedge it in there as far as you can. And that's basically it. You do that in a couple of spaces. I do it on both sides just to make sure it's actually like super in there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye. Okay, hello. So I realize this is May now, and I'm just setting up my spiritual journal. I probably already said that I decided to, because I'm going to do a voiceover, but obviously I haven't filmed the voiceover, recorded the voiceover yet, obviously, because I'm still filming this. But this is the Common Planner by Sterling Ink. This is specifically the undated one. There are plenty of videos on this platform going into what this planner looks like before I pasted a bunch of stuff in it. But basically, I decided that I wanted to, oh god, there's like so much overhang. I wanted to make my spiritual journal in here instead of doing the studio note again, like I did last year. And I'm currently having a lot of planner FOMO, I think, and so the fact that I already had this in my stash, I'm like, yeah, I'll just use this. Obviously, I covered up the monthly spreads with Chani's Astro Planner. I bought the digital version again this year, and I really like her stuff, and I actually really like the changes that she made for this year. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll do a review on that, but I feel like that's a little bit late at this point. Anyway, I decided to put the stuff here instead of in the notebook thingamabobber because mainly I was afraid of running out of space in the back, but I didn't use all of the pages in my previous spiritual journal. Yeah, there's maybe 100 pages left or something, and it's already May, like I said, so there's not going to be as much stuff put in here, and so that's fine. And so what I was going to do with the weeklies is write the Chani horoscopes for Capricorn rising for the entire year, and any like astrology that's going on. And that's pretty much it. Obviously, I haven't done anything there, but here's just a 2-page index because I didn't actually use all of that. I did a 3-page index in the last one. I didn't use all that. These are from Self-Love Rainbows, and I get her witchy self-care planner every year. And I don't necessarily always fill this stuff out because I'm just very bad at making time for myself. So I will try to do that. This is actually, I'm doing this now because it's the new moon in Taurus, and I want to have, slow it down a little bit and take some time for self-care. Taurus being a Venus-ruled sign and such. I'm doing a very poor job of trying to trim this down. Maybe I should just stop. This is horrendous. Anyway, but I glued all this stuff in here. I left some space. So this is a letter to the future you.
And then, so write your future self a letter and then come back and read it at the end of the year. I left some space for reflection at the end of the year to basically just compare what I wrote to maybe what actually happened, or compare perspectives or whatever. So in the front, I do want to say this is very tight because, you know, I did just shove a lot of stuff in here. So I hope the spine holds up. And so I have my name decal. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with these pages quite yet. In the front of the common planner, there's a grid that says goal breakdown, someday, 1 year, half year, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily. So these are like some things that you can do, you know, to further your goals or whatever. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different categories. It looks like this actually used to be the monthly calendar, but because I know Catherine used to use a Hobonichi cousin before she made the common planner. And then she has these custom quarterly spreads. And I know it's really hard to see because the lines are very faint. But if I had the dated one, it would say like quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you have, right? I don't remember. But there's 4 sections here. And then there's 3 columns here. So it's almost like the Hobonichi overview, like quarterly overview, sort of. But you do have 4 of them. So you have the 3 months that are in the quarter, and then there are 4 divisions over here. I don't know why, to be honest. You'll have to look up videos. But then I put in the calendars from Chani, and then for self-love rainbow, I put in the wheel of the year, and then it says write down one thing you'd like to do each month to connect with your spirituality and also keep track of any spell work. So this is kind of like my yearly overview. I do want to get one of my lunar calendars to put in the front somewhere. Probably up here. I could have used this for the index now that I'm looking at it, but that's fine. What is this? Yeah, there's 2 different spreads where it's just blank. So I don't know. And then all of the thingies here. See, if I was doing this on time, I might have used this for like a card a day kind of thing, like a tarot or oracle card per day. But since I am very far behind, I will not be doing that. And then Self-Love Rainbow has your monthly things, each of the 4 pillars of the moon phases here. And any January magic, January intentions, and then this again from Chani, you got January intentions with card pull, and you have journal prompts, which I'm a hoe for, so that's why I am pleased for putting that in. I've been very bad, once again, because I had a super late start to this year. I've been super bad about being in my spiritual habits and such. So there have been new moons and full moons that have come and gone with me literally doing nothing. So the first part of this, I can show you what I have done in the past for my spiritual journal. It's very chunky. It's actually curled a lot because of just how it sits in the book. Or the cover here, and see, like, I stopped using it in October, so not great. It's the perfectionism coming in, but this is how I would do it. I also have my Moonology certification course notes in here. So yeah, for example, new moon in Leo. These are stickers from the Happy Planner Zodiac pack, which I kind of want to see if I can get another pack of those because I really like them. I would do a new moon reading, an interpretation, and then journal prompts from Chani. And I basically would just do the new moon and full moon things. I would try to do August reflection or end of the month reflections. And I would also try to, you know, just like if I had a random ass tarot kind of thing, like this one, this was just a random thing. I would use that here as well. And yeah, I have a lot of stuff just left over in this journal. There are so many spreads that I set up in here that I never used, like embodying the witch archetype and my work according to the stars. I got my birth chart here, and all of this workbook from 𝖊𝖊𝖓𝖊𝖓 I just did not do. And then this tarot card of the year is from 𝖦𝖊𝖊𝖓, and I never finished I never finished going through all that. So then I have 3-card tarot spread ideas here, and I have to figure out my Time Lord for the year as well. Last year was Mercury, which is why Sailor Mercury is here, and why Sailor Mercury is also here. And I have recommended reading things, and I totally didn't put anything in here at all. But yeah, these are my card stuff for the year. And I would like to make another year ahead kind of spread, but of course I'm doing it very late, so why should I even bother doing that? I don't know. But yeah, so that's basically how I want to be using it, for notes and reflections and just whatever kind of card spreads or shadow work that comes up. So I basically have to figure out if I have any evidence that I've done anything for the new or full moons in the past months. And then I'll be, repeating this pattern until I get to May, where I am currently. And then I can do the new moon in Taurus kind of stuff. That's happening, as Juno Birch would say. And I'm just going to plop that on there. Ta-da. And yes, we are up to... These pages are so stiff now. May. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say other than I hope the spine, makes it through the year. I decided to even film this because I needed to have accountability, basically, so otherwise it would just continue to not get done. And yeah, how are you doing your spiritual journal and such? This has probably been a very boring time, so I'm gonna go. Okay, bye.
Till next time.
Stickers and washi tape galore. I mean, over my head.